We are starting the epic hike. I'm on the Sowaqua Creek Forest Service Road outside of Hope, BC, and I'm gonna make my way down, follow the FSR. Eventually I'll meet up with the Hudson's Bay Company Heritage Trail, which heads to Tulameen. That's a 75-kilometer trek, so I expect it to take around 3 to 4 days. I am fully laden on my backpack, weighed in at about 36 pounds this morning, so it's a little bit on the heavy side, but I've got all the gear that I need. It's probably not going to be a very interesting video for if I were to record it starting from here and just going in a whole bunch, because it's just Forest Service Road. But once I start getting to some interesting points, or every maybe 2 or 3 kilometers, I might just do a little update shot, 1-minute video or something. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of this for around 20 kilometers until I catch up to the trail. Then I've got a fairly steep hike up the side of a mountain. That's going to be the hardest part of the hike, is getting up that first hill. That's the steepest elevation gain on this trek, and it's mostly just high elevation traversing. There are going to be a couple of creeks that I have to ford across, but I've got some water shoes in my backpack that I can throw on so I don't get my main sneakers wet. And I've got enough food for 4 days. That's allowing for a pretty generous calorie rate too. I'm allowing myself around 5,000 calories per day. But that's based off of me hiking. Well, let's see here. Am I taking the left or the right? Looks like I'm taking the left side here. Maybe. I'll find out soon. But yeah, I've got a bear canister for all my food. I got cold weather gear because I will be going up into the high mountain passes. I got some nice light layers for when the sun comes out. It's supposed to be a little bit cold and rainy for the first 2 days. It was raining really hard when I left my house, but that was around 100 kilometers away. Here it's pretty nice. And then the next 2 days after, they're supposed to get sunny and hot. So I'm not going to go on a crazy power through, at least not for the first day. I'm just going to go at a gentle pace. I think I'm actually supposed to follow the road down below, because that road follows the creek. Although this says I'm still on the trail, so like I said, we'll find out. It's not like I don't have a couple days to figure out where I'm going. Anyways, see you guys later. Turns out I did pick the right path. Follows up this twisting logging road. Somewhere eventually it's going to join up with the river that's down there. I'm about 2 kilometers into my hike here. Got some pretty nice views. So I'm a little bit more than halfway there to the turnoff from the Forest Service Road to the HBC Heritage Trail. So I'm making pretty good time. I think I've been at it for about 2.5 hours, something like that. So I'm not pushing myself at a really hard pace. I'm just going through a leisurely stroll through the park here. But I imagine I should be able to make the end of the turnoff here. Now at the end of that intersection, there is a campsite down in the lowlands right by the creek, by Sowaqua Creek. So I have the option of staying at that one. And then I still got 50 kilometers remaining for across the next 3 days. The other option is, if I'm feeling good, by the time I get to that junction, I still have plenty of time. I think I can try to summit the ridge and then camp at the top because there's another campsite up there. So we will see when I get there. We get the sun and the rain today. I'm now 18 kilometers in, so my turnoff from the Forest Service Road onto the Hudson's Bay Company Heritage Trail should be anywhere coming up here within the next kilometer. So this is the start of my trip down the actual trail. There's a campsite down here, 75 meters down, and I believe there's a water source down here. So I'm down to 1 bottle of water left, so I'm going to refill up here. It is 1:40 in the afternoon, and I'm feeling pretty good, like still feeling really fresh. I'm not pushing myself hard. So I think I can gain that ridge today. Camp up at the next spot. Water. Are you sure? There's not much water there. That's barely a trickle. Let's see if there's a river up here. Okay, so this is the Sowaqua recreational site. Looks like somebody's chopped some firewood here, although there is a fire ban in place. See if I can hear any water. Now, I think I got to go to that little trickle stream and filter that. I'm going to go filter that, and then I'm going to start my climb. Yeah, I am not going to filter that water source. That is just a trickle of water. It's dropping down from a rusty pipe. And the pool that it's dropping down to is just full of like mosquito larvae and bugs and stuff. So I am going to continue on up the trail. I'll find a creek up here that's not going through rusty pipes. Once you leave that FSR, you gain a lot of elevation really quick, that's for sure. Well, I got absolutely blasted by rain going up that mountain. I'm up at the top now. It is 3:45. I am 22 kilometers into the hike. So the worst of it is past me. There's a little bit up and down now, but it's all just mostly flat from here on in. But yeah, my arms are soaked, my legs are soaked. My body's dry. I'm in good spirits though. But yeah, this is what I was wearing on the way up, covering my backpack with my poncho. A little bit nasty coming up, but I could think of worse things to do with my time. So I'm going to set up camp here for the night. Right under these trees here, there's a couple of little benches here. I should get a bit of shelter from the rain, and it's mostly flat. And it's away from the really wet ground. There is a little bit of a saturated puddle right there, so I'm planning on going right there and just being on a little bit of a slope, or maybe move up in between these two trees where it's a little bit higher. We shall see though. It's a freestanding tent, so I can just pick it up and move it around wherever I want.